2 of the trip build. Sorry, I'm going to adjust the microphone there. We're actually doing the Mission San Antonio de Valero, loosely, very loosely. I really struggled with even wanting to build this lot, not because I didn't want to build it, I felt very overwhelmed with all the different, basically, lives that it's led. It's, like, when you go to the Alamo, which is, this is, like, there's a bunch of little, I think they're copper dioramas, they might be bronze, I don't know, but there's like dioramas of just like the different years and all the different forms this building has taken. It obviously has a lot of history to it. I decided to go with the 1785 version, again, loosely, just because this is The Sims and I couldn't really, on one lot I couldn't get everything, so I just kind of did, you know, my best. But the main thing that really struck me for the limited time that I was in San Antonio, I was only there less than 24 hours. It was a stop on, you know, to other places. But the thing that struck me is just how different they handle their history compared to some other kind of old Western towns, we're gonna go with, that I have been in, lived in, and worked in. Like, everybody handles their history a little bit differently, but in San Antonio it felt like it was very much alive. Like, some places are very, you know, history is sacrosanct, you don't touch anything. Like, this is a listed building, this is exactly what it looks like. If we repair it the way that it was. Like, they're sticklers. Not a problem, there's no wrong approach to maintaining historical properties or historical items, but other places adjust to what the city needs or the needs of the people. And it seemed like it was an interesting mix of both when it came to San Antonio. Like, I said it before, like, I was just kind of shocked that the Alamo was just, like, in the middle of town. I did not expect that. Usually those kind of things are out of the way, or they're, like, the town doesn't build itself around them, but I could see, because the Alamo was such a huge part of Texas and part of San Antonio, like, they're gonna definitely be circled around that. So you get there and there's like this big block and it's plumped in the middle and there's all these like hotels and any kind of tourist thing you can imagine around them, but they actually had shut down some of the streets and it seems like it's gonna be permanent. And it was just interesting to see that that was their approach to it. It's like, this is our history, we're proud of it, it is in the center of everything. Yeah, I don't know. I had a hard time building this lot, I'm not gonna lie. I just got like building block and I just didn't want to build it. And I think it's just because, like I said, I get really overwhelmed with, like, I don't want to build something poorly, and I worry about doing it justice kind of thing. I just sat down and said, you're gonna build whatever you build, and that's what we're gonna record. Like, you need to just let it go. So I settled for, I cut down the Indian houses on this particular version. There were 5, which looked like they were built on from older versions. You know, I made sure I put the river through, which was really interesting, like, or I guess it's technically an irrigation channel, and then I put some of the other buildings, not the actual church itself, but just parts of it, more to just get the general idea. And like I said, I just needed to build it. I needed to stop having some weird hang-up about, like, disappointing people who like the Alamo. Because mental illness is a weird thing. And sometimes that's what happens, but I mean, I like it as a lot. I'm probably not going to use it, but I do think it's interesting and I'm probably going to steal ideas from it. Like I said, I really like the river kind of running through the walled area. I like the setup of having like the identical little row house type things, and then where these would be shops, and like where the priests would live. Like, I do like a lot of the concepts here, especially in the trees on either side of the river. I thought that was cute. I don't foresee me really needing this particular type of lot in my game, because it's just not something that I would play with, but it was still fun, and I got it done, and that's kind of the most important. That's the win of today, because I haven't wanted to do much of anything lately, and sometimes you just have to take that little win and go. You can kind of see the pool tile that I hid in the building, because I have a water mod, so if you don't put a pool tile, it's just black doom, as you saw, so I had to put that down. But yeah, overall, it's a building. It's the one that I ended up going for San Antonio because I did have a lot of options just because when we went on the little ghost tour we saw a bunch of different buildings. But, I mean, it's San Antonio. I had to do some form of something Alamo, and this is what you get. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry it's chaotic. Like I said, I'm struggling a little bit with wanting to just build and record in general. Just, I don't know why. But really appreciate if you give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.